Good morning, everyone. Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, November 10th, 2021. This is not financial advice. This is educational. Subscribe bell. Hit the notification button to be reminded of the videos when they come out, as well as the thumbs up, and share the video with your friends and colleagues. We're here to talk about Quant Network, or QNT. Intraday updates on the Twitter link below. Let's go straight into Quant US dollar. Now, we are definitely confirmed in this downward trend line that, we really weren't sure that this was a downward trend line until we actually dip below here. So we have to always constantly recalibrating the price action as and when it occurs as part of technical analysis, just so everyone is clear. If I didn't know this was happening, there's no way to assume that in the chart action. So when it happens, you can only take what has occurred and pull that into your technical analysis and trend analysis. So here we are in a downtrend for sure. That doesn't mean that we're not going to pull up and break the trend. Just to be very, very clear, if you feel comfortable with the fundamental aspects of the product that you're invested in, then that's what your main thesis should be. You shouldn't be worrying about technical analysis first and then backing into the fundamentals later. I believe in Quant just as much as anyone on this who's listening to this video. And furthermore, I wouldn't be looking at any technical analysis on any particular investment unless I felt comfortable with the underlying asset itself. So that said, now we are right now, we were around 301 yesterday. We had broken over this line. There was a diamond pattern, which I've taken off now because we are now past that point. But we are now kind of range bound between 296 and 262 on the floor of support. We do also have a temporary area or intermediate area of support around 278. As you can see here, resistance, back here, support, back here, support, back here, support. So it could be 279, but if we break 279, we could be easily down to 263. Now, as we continue down this path, let's go take a look at Quant to Bitcoin. We had broken this yellow line, which was an area of a support area, and now have pulled back below it. Now, we could be down as far as 362. We're at 410 yesterday, and yesterday, we are at 410 now. Yesterday, we were at 444K. So we've already pulled back 8% on this pair. Really, just so to be clear here, this was really driven by a macro event. Quant over Bitcoin means exactly that. Bitcoin went up dramatically, 5% within a 2-hour period this morning. That drives the denominator up a lot. And if Quant itself isn't going up, well, then what happens is the decimal equivalent of this fraction goes down. When your denominator grows faster than your numerator, that's what happens to the decimal equivalent. It goes down. That's just mathematics 101. So where are we at right now? We are between a resistance area, a dual line of action resistance area 429, and a support area of 363. So we have to keep our eye on this one as well. But right now there's nothing telling me this is breaking out imminently. But we do have some relative support here to give us some sense that we will get that support. Now we've got a few days left between this resistance line hitting this support area, so we will monitor that as we get closer to it. Now going over to Bitcoin, there's a couple of things that have happened. This seemingly bearish looking broadening wedge, which is upward facing, typically bearish, started becoming bearish up until that macro event at 8:30 this morning, driven by this particular news article. Well, news article, more than that, very much a big economic impact, specifically talking about the CPI index surging 6.2%, the biggest one in 30 years. Well, this is a big problem. This is a big problem, way bigger than what a trader is dealing with on a day-to-day. So the macro event certainly driving Bitcoin up. And again, down here we were 65 and change, all the way up to 69,000. Pretty big move in Bitcoin. But so this pretty much has disqualified this bearish wedge, which is good. Puts us in a position to continue on to that green line, which sends us over to 80,000 between now and the end of the year. Going over to Bitcoin dominance, also we're starting to see some relative support here. And look at this: 8:30 this morning, Bitcoin dominance went up, and that's why a lot of the altcoin to Bitcoin pairs went down again. You gotta understand, like, Bitcoin itself going up very fast like that does have a negative impact on the alt to Bitcoin pairs, which ultimately has an impact on the US dollar version of that. So this is kind of where we are right now. The reasonable line of support right now, currently supported at around 43.66 or 43.80. Looking like not a big giant line up, so looking like a meander, like a drunken walk up this yellow line. Nothing steep and nothing exciting, so that's okay. So anyway, 68,555 on the Bitcoin pair, up at least 1,000 points since yesterday's video. But right now, again, Quant US dollar looking like we have resistance at 296 down to floor of support around 262, 263. I think we might find relative support right around here, around 278, assuming no major action within the Bitcoin pair. But I'll keep you posted on Twitter. Bye.